Namaskar learners, welcome to the course The Leadership Equation Balancing Vision, Strategy and People. In the expert series today, we are going to discuss about conflict management. Conflict is an inevitable part of working with others, especially in dynamic workplaces. How people perceive and experience conflict can vary widely, affecting how they respond to it. Understanding an individual's personal definition of conflict helps us appreciate their approach and mindset when dealing with disagreements or tensions. To put a light on this particular subject, today I have with me Dr. G. Malikarjuna, who is a professor and director of the Center for Distance and Online Education at Manipal University Jaipur. With over 25 years of experience in higher education and 18 years of leadership across Manipal Group universities, he is recognized as an expert in online and distance education, regulatory compliances and large-scale examinations. Under his leadership, Manipal University Jaipur has built one of India's fastest growing online education ecosystems, enrolling over 1 lakh learners from more than 60 countries. I welcome you, sir, to the session.
Thank you.
Sir, as I have already said the context of the topic that we are going to discuss today, and this particular word, when it comes to us, that is conflict, what is the first thing that comes to your mind, or how you personally perceive it?
For me, conflict in workplace is not necessarily negative. It's a signal. It is saying something that people care and people want to contribute and they want to bring that different perspectives to the table. In my experience in large academic operations, conflict usually comes from gaps in clarity, communication or alignment.
Okay.
If addressed well, it can actually strengthen the systems and build trust. For example, when we are launching online degree programs from Manipal University Jaipur, the business team, the academic team, the operations teams have different perspective on regulations. So instead of actually, both of all the teams fighting together, we had set up a system where actually, we joined meetings we conducted, then we had come out with something like a handbook, which until today we use, where we are taken care of all the the points of different teams. In that way, everybody feels actually they have been given due importance. At the same time, we had come up with a handbook which today also we use for all our regulatory compliances.
So it is more of like bringing people to the table and addressing their issues or challenges.
Yeah. If conflict is handled well, it brings actually clarity.
So a clarity needs to be done, and when communication is involved, and I would rather say transparent communication, then yes, whatever issues are there, that can be resolved.
It builds clarity and it builds actually confidence in the systems.
Okay. So now my next question to you, moving ahead, is, see, conflicts can be between individuals, it can be between teams, and it can be across the departments. And as a leader, you will definitely have different strategies to handle each and every situation. So what is your take on when you are handling a person or a team or department?
At the individual level, conflict often requires empathy and privacy. It's about having one-to-one discussion and understanding the underlying concerns of the particular person. But when it's coming at the organization level, the approach is very different. It has to be about structure, fairness, and facilitating group discussion, setting the ground rules, and making sure that every voice is heard. The scale changes the approach. For example, in my previous organization, when I was promoted, one of my peers felt that promotion was unfair and was uncomfortable reporting to me. Even the HR was a little bit concerned. Then I had a private conversation with him and assured him that the personal relationship will not suffer. Over a time, over 1 year, I demonstrated that I was not there to boss over, but just to collaborate as a team. 1 year later, he came back and admitted that he somehow misunderstood me. That's a very good example. Okay. At organization level also, at Manipal University Jaipur, during launching of multiple online degree programs, there was disagreement between the business team as well as the academic team, which programs need to be prioritized. Okay. Then we made a common working team. We finalized the approach, what programs need to be prioritized, taking care of both the requirements of the business team as well as the academic team. In that way, we had actually balanced the conflict.
Okay, so I would put it this way, that whenever conflict arises, whoever is involved, whether it is an individual or a team, the most important thing is that you have to have clarity with the individual and the team, as well as a collaborative approach needs to be done.
Yes, discussion is very important. Okay, conflict at any level can be resolved if we respect people individually and create fairness organizationally. So they should see that actually organization is fair. Then teams will come together and actually they will forget the difference and work toward the organizational goal.
So, sir, in this question, we actually address how an individual or team needs to be addressed. My next question to you is, situation varies, right? And many a times as a leader, you have to develop a flexible approach. And at times you have to be, a bit strict in your approach as well, right? So what is the success mantra, rather I would say, that is actually involved when you as a leader, you need to adapt the situation, you need to hear people and, address them. So what is your stand on it?
That's a very good question. I'm naturally a collaborative leader, but I've learned that high stakes situations sometimes demand decisiveness over consensus. For example, during the first convocation of Manipal University Jaipur online education, there was a disagreement between the team about the process to be followed, including the operations, branding, logistical arrangements, etc. Given the urgency and criticality of the event, I had to move from my usual way of collaborative approach. I shifted to more of a directive style, clearly assigned tasks and setting strict timelines. So it wasn't my natural style, but in that situation, it ensured smooth execution and success of the landmark event.
I understand. I was a part of it, and we have seen that because the entire system was very new, and of course differences were there, and you, under your guidance, we could make the things happen, and the event was really successful. Now, during it, like as take the same example, as we are now moving ahead and now we would be having our fourth convocation. So what is your takeaway, like in a situation now you are handling and the days when you were handling it in as a directive style?
See, in critical moments, always clarity and direction matters more than consensus. So once actually that criticality actually that's very critical, because there you will not be able to build consensus. Ultimately, the success of the organization depends on actually certain critical activities done without any major issues.
Sir, very nicely explained. Sir, my next question to you is basically there are different kinds of real life example and the theories that we have listened or we have been reading, and while you are in your real life or when you are facing a situation, many times the scenario is completely different. Now, when you are handling a team of so many peoples and a group, no, I won't say group, but a large scale of learners, right? How your leadership has contributed in resolution and what valuable lessons you have actually learned during this time with these practical insights that you are getting?
For me, leadership in conflict is about creating understanding, not just enforcing solutions. At Manipal University Jaipur, actually, our content team, which creates our video content, wanted more flexibility in producing multiple content formats and types. But the academic team was worried about actually the increase in workload and also the tight timelines. I brought both the teams together in a joint process mapping meeting, and then we agreed on a phased manner. Both of them agreed, yes, timelines are important. At the same time, academic team also agreed that different formats are required. But then we agreed on a phased manner, what type of content formats will go first. Then over a period of time, actually, we'll implement whatever has to. In this case, whatever happened, we are taking care of both of them. Okay. At the same time, in SMU also, when I was at Sikkim Manipal University, I faced a different challenge. There was a tension between the examination department, business team, academics team, as well as the student enrollment team. because they were concerned about actually the delay in results timelines. Then what I had done, then we sat together, we changed the entire actually process flow of examinations by introducing some sort of on-screen marking system and online examinations, thereby reducing the result processing times. And the main concern was result processing the timelines. When you are taken away that one, no, automatically the conflict got resolved.
Okay. So as a leader, it's more of like actually monitoring those minute details that is going to help you in resolving the conflict.
Yes, yes. Like the true leadership in conflict means building solutions that everyone can own, not just imposing decisions.
Yes, very true, sir. It's more of not imposing the things, but yes, be a part of that solution-oriented
Yes.
things. Sir, my next question is balancing the need to maintain productivity and relationship with the drive to achieve the goals is a must when it comes to conflict resolution. And you have already mentioned in your earlier points that effective communication is very, very much important. So, what do you do to ensure that your relationship stays strong with your team members as well as the conflict is resolved?
So I believe the key to managing conflict is to separate the problem from the person and to keep the momentum going while solutions are being worked out. For example, during our internal disagreement between our studio and faculty teams or the quality of video output, I made sure to acknowledge both sides, the importance of timely delivery and the need for skill development. While where discussions were going on how to improve the quality, I arranged a in-house training session for the newly joined faculty. This way, the shoots continued without any interruption, and the faculty also built confidence in the front of the camera. In another case, the departments disagreed on the project work process flow. To avoid delays, I introduced a pilot model in one program. This allowed us to test the approach, build the trust, and gather evidence before a full-scale rollout. It kept progressing without forcing either side, feeling they have been conceding too much.
Yes, this is something which we are in practice. We have been adapting the models which if it suits one of the program and it is being followed by the entire team. So basically it is I would say that it is more of a solution that needs to be given, and yes, of course, the monitoring needs to be done on that point.
Yes, see, when conflict arises, keep the work moving while building the trust needed for long-term solutions.
Relationship should be
Yes,
a different
in that
thing.
way
and
you
work.
can build the, you can keep the relationships intact.
So my next question to you is every conflict teaches you something and you learn from it. It is like an opportunity to learn and grow, right? With your past experiences, like what strategies at work and how you have improved, like any situation, any conflict that you had resolved and you have taken it as one of the most important lessons in your life.
Yes, I had actually one big lesson I learned. Okay. This happened actually at Manipal University Jaipur. See, conflict actually, if they are not addressed early, it becomes very difficult at later stage. During an organizational restructure, there was a delay in clarifying actually departmental roles. This overlap created frustration eventually between two departments and disagreement between two senior leaders about the responsibilities.
Okay.
At first I thought no, they will sort out within themselves, but it has not happened. This delay made actually matters worse. The experience which taught me a valuable lesson is that clear role definitions and timely intervention at the very beginning can prevent friction and protect relationships.
Yes, that's true, sir. If something has to be addressed at a very early stage, we should not delay, rather we should intervene. So that's where might be we save our relationship, we avoid misunderstanding.
See, conflict is like fire. If ignored, it spreads. If managed, it can provide you light.
Very true, sir. Very true. Sir, now the next question is the culture of an organization basically influences how the conflict is resolved and managed, right? And every organization has to have a open communication and trust between the members who are involved. Now, from your perspective, what can an organization do to create an environment that the amount of conflicts are less in frequency?
Yeah. Clarity, communication, and culture. These are the three C's are very critical. From my perspective, most workplace conflicts don't happen because people are unwilling. They happen because there is either a lack of clarity or gap in communication. And if we address these two consistently, conflicts significantly reduces. Regular cross-functional interactions, transparent decision makings, and clearly defined roles all help prevent misunderstandings. But most importantly, we must build a culture where conflicts can be issue based, never personal. Always remind my teams, let the disagreement challenge the idea, not the relationship.
Yes.
Conflict should never burn personal bridges.
I take it on a personal, since I have been working you from the past 4 years, might be we have disagreements, but after the discussions are done, we sit together and have sip a cup of tea, and might be that's how the entire working is.
So the best way to prevent conflict is to build transparency into the culture. It has to be culture where actually everybody should be able to voice their opinion.
It should not be taken personally. The
Yes.
opinions should not be taken personally. Yes. So these were some of the serious questions that you have been addressing. Now some rapid fire questions, right? So my first question is, the first word that comes to your mind when you hear the term conflict?
Is alignment.
Okay. Is conflict always bad?
Not at all. Sometimes it's very healthy.
Okay. More common in your team, individual or team conflict?
It's mostly individual because we're a new team actually. We are trying to build a new vertical. That's where actually individual differences comes up.
Okay. So how we need to address the conflict, immediately or we need to wait?
See, we need to gather facts, then act.
Okay. Your most used conflict style?
Collaboration.
Ever used avoidance?
Yes, when I thought the issue was minor.
Okay. Easier to manage, individual or group conflict?
Individual any day.
Can conflict lead to positive outcomes?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely if managed well.
Okay. Go to response, task focused or relationship
I'm more
focused?
balanced but lean towards relationships.
Okay. Ever regretted handling a conflict?
Yes,
Okay.
when I waited too long to step in.
Okay. Okay, so that's all from our side today. And if I put the entire discussion today, conflict is all about clarity, communication, collaboration, and culture. That's what I can take away.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us today. Well, learners, with this we come to the end of our today's expert session, and I am indeed sure that you will be benefited with the kind of discussion and the experience that Dr. Gadpa has shared with us. Thank you so much for being with us, and namaskar.
Thank you.